Okay, this is a tutorial on how to add a new customer. If I go to the Customers tab, that brings up the list customers. Then if I click Add New, it takes me to the Add New Customer. So this is where I can go ahead and put in information about a customer. Let's go ahead and I'll put in a couple of things right here. Let's do that right there. So anyways, so I just basically put in some customer information there. And then with basically just the name, street address, city, state, and zip, I can actually create the customer. It's always good to put in the phone number, the contract length, any of that stuff. Those are actually really good things to add in there, but they're actually not necessary. So in here, this is where I can put in the spouse's information. So if his spouse's name is Joy Shabadoo or something, I don't know. This is just a fake customer. Of course, the things that are also required, I need to put in who the sales rep is, so I'll just use this one right here. It's important to also specify if this is the renter, owner, or if this is a commercial account, because when you run the credit, it needs to know that. Also, when you create the customer, it needs to know what type to create it as. Now, if I try to go ahead and run the credit right now, it's not going to let me because it needs to know the funding source. In the dealer setup page, you will have set up your login credentials for any of your funding sources that you use. And as you put that in there and said, okay, this is our username and password for this funding source, like let's go ahead and use Safe Security as an example. They're one of our preferred dealers that we work with. They're very good and work with people. So now that I put Safe Security and I've told it that it's residential instead of commercial, because they actually have two different places where they run the credit, one for residential owners, one for commercial. They don't take renters, but some of our funding sources do. So anyways, now it knows where to run that. So if I click Run Credit, it's actually going to pop me up a little thing here saying you're about to run the credit on this person with Safe Security. You're sure that's what you want to do? I would click Yes and then Continue. I'm going to hit Cancel because there is no Joey Shabadoo. But when you do that, it will return the customer's credit score right here to you. And if you put in the spouse's information, it would also return the spouse's information there as well. And that's basically the gist of that. When you put in the date of birth, make sure you put it in this format right here, or else you can get errors. Some sources will require that you put in the RMR, the account number, or some of them, when you run that, it'll actually return a billing account number to you. But other than that, it's very simple, very obvious how to use this one. Obviously, right here, business info, you would leave this blank on residential accounts, but for commercial accounts, you generally have to do your personal guarantee up here and then the business information down here. And then, so after you run the credit, that returns your credit score. And then when you want to save this into the server, you go ahead and click the finish button, and it does so, and then it will take you directly to the update customer section, where then you can go ahead and put in everything else for that customer. And that's the tutorial on how to add a new member, a new customer. So that's it.